Yeah, okay.
Yum. Yum. Yum.
Did you stop making those weird noises?
Man.
I'm tired too.
It's not just tiredness, though. I can't breathe through my fucking nose.
Well, I couldn't do that yesterday.
Man. Podcast.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Perk up, motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah.
Me a podcast. Are, are you okay?
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Okay.
And that is why we don't let Casey.
podcast.
That's why we don't let Casey take Mucinex for recording.
What's that?
Allergy medication.
I don't think we have that over here. I think it's just Claritin allergies. And I
Sucks for
didn't
you.
actually take any because I woke up 10, 15 minutes before we started recording and didn't realize that my stuffiness was not because, I'm just, I just woke up out of bed. It's fuck you, Casey. You don't get to breathe properly today because reasons. Pollen thinks you're a bitch and wants you to die.
That's right.
It is pretty accurate.
So yeah, Casey's not feeling too hot today. It is the first time, really all year, that allergies have decided to kick my ass. So, welcome to the podcast where we're high energy all the time, every time.
Yeah.
Fandom Flux. Yeah. I'm Casey. And Casey plus Pollen plus some sinusy stuff. And also we have Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Kenchi618.
Yeah,
and I
yes.
lost my fucking belt.
Yeah, he did. It was sad.
Fuck.
Yeah. In fairness, you lost it after getting jumped in the previous match before even doing anything. Which was, you were kind of there to back up that other guy who was apparently your team leader or something. But everyone on the other side just kind of jumped you and you fucking... your shit ruined. So, yeah. There's a story in that, really. Of like, hey, we're backing this guy up and he just fucking fumbles his way through everything, but we got fucking belts and we lost him because of that shit. Yeah. Resentment. Drama. Just saying.
Oh, a belt back.
It was a good night.
Or a belt of equal or greater value.
It was a good night. It started off a little wibbly, and then I don't know what the fuck is going on with Kane Justice. Like, that dude is weird as far as entertainment value goes, and I know you probably shouldn't comment on this stuff, so I'm just kind of talking about it. Sorry. But yeah, me and Fresh were watching and were just really confused of what exactly he was doing when he just decided to get on all fours in the ring and just sort of sit there for about a minute. I don't know what that was about. Yeah. So, also some dude in the chat got super angry about it, about him just as a wrestler and as a person. It was really uncomfortable. Yeah, but Kenshi lost his tag team belt. I mean, Bellamy Koga lost his Killer Koga lost his tag team championship belt, who is totally not related to Kenshi in any way, shape, or form. That was a stupid thing to say. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
Also, Dirty Daddy, who is a character that I'm liking more and more because his mugging in the ring was fucking hilarious. Also, Zero's here.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I get distracted while I was imagining times where fun was happening? Because, it's not happening now, and that makes me not want to be here now. And I was enjoying memories of nicer, fun times.
When you weren't dying of allergies.
I'm sorry, Zero. This is me and I'm being a douche. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's it feel not being able to breathe?
Not great. It's not great. How you doing, Zero?
Well, been doing pretty good so far. Last week, I had left to go visit my extended family with my dad.
In Carolina. One of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We flew over to, we landed in Myrtle Beach, and then we drove over to Sunset Beach. And Carolina, both of them, it's very strange. It's like Texas with more trees. If that makes sense.
I've never been to Texas, so I don't know.
Or maybe a little bit of Arkansas. Yeah.
Never been to
Probably
Arkansas
closer to
either.
Arkansas with more trees. It's beautiful over there. So I like the forests and the large trees. It's really nice. We drove past this like burnt out pancake house, and that was kind of depressing on multiple levels. But that's just life.
No pancakes.
What levels? What
No,
levels?
no
was
pancakes.
it depressing on?
That's the most important level.
The level of oh no, that's sad. I hope nobody got hurt. The level of oh no, there's no pancakes.
Yeah.
And the level of oh no, they should probably clean this up and replace it with something new.
And the level of oh no, there's no pancakes, and the level of oh no, there's no pancakes, and the level of oh no, there's no pancakes, because they tend to come in stacks, so they're in multiple levels, all on their own. Yeah. Really, that's how that works.
I got to visit my my great uncle and my great aunts, who I haven't really got to see or talk with in quite some time, and that was really nice. My Uncle Richie took me fishing. And we were going for like bass, and I caught about 12 fish on that half day of fishing. I could not keep any of them; they were all too small. He caught like 24, couldn't keep any; they were too small. Entire time, the only like 3 or 4 fish were caught on that boat that could be kept. It was kind of a bleh, but at least I caught stuff.
Yeah.
You probably caught the same fish over and over again.
Well, there's one I'm sure I didn't catch because when the guy coming by tried to unhook it, he ripped off the lip of the fish. So I think that one's not feeling so hot.
Oh, that sucks, fish.
Yeah. I only got tangled with another person's line once, and that was okay. Could have been much worse, but we resolved that fairly easily. They had to cut the line for my uncle because he got hooked. Like they just would not let go, and yeah. But all that aside,
like a person wouldn't let go, or a fish?
The person on the other side would not let go, and they had to cut it. But all that aside, it was nice. My Aunt Susan made crab cakes. They're really good. Lots of good eating. There's this really nice ice cream place over there where they hand make it, in store. And that was really, really good. It was really, really hot, so it was like a constant battle to try to not have it overwhelm me. Yeah. Fun times in North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that ever.
My
I don't know, the guy that burned down the pancake house probably had a good time.
My Aunt Joanne basically gave me an entire tin of cookies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you. I will share this with my people.
I'm not getting any. You're not sharing any with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're not over here.
You could have gotten them to me.
Yeah, you
I
were
don't
like a
know.
state away.
Um, maybe, but that would require me to have a car that I could drive.
Or you could just be like, hey, Ken, come get these cookies.
Well, I'm sorry. We got the entirety of them on Wednesday, and we left on Thursday.
Damn, Zero, I'll drive 2 hours to steal cookies from you and kick you in the stomach.
I mean, it's Zero, so I feel like you would say something like, come get a taste of my biscuits, and you'd like, no, thank you. I'll
I would
pass.
first ask him to specify what he means.
But anyway, me and my Uncle Richie went, and we wanted to go see Stuber in the movie
Yes.
theater, but we couldn't because the entire place was flooded with people.
Damn it.
So we ended up going to the arcade in the mall and playing a bunch of really, really classic games and pinball. I was like,
Time
oh, this
Crisis.
is really nice. I don't think they had Time Crisis. They had stuff like Donkey Kong and like really, really, really old, which was, that was a treat. I can't remember exactly which ones I played though, but everything was 25 cents, which is nice.
Yay. Yeah. Arcade's not exactly primed to take advantage of inflation, so. Yeah.
Aside from all that and having a nice family dinner with my extended family and them just giving me more and more food because because that's my family.
That's most families. Like, when you see family that you don't see very often, they give you food. Because they assume you don't eat when they can't see you.
Lots and lots of food.
Well, they don't know how to interact with you other than all humans eat, right? Let's give them food.
We went to this seafood buffet called Krabby Mike's, which is really good.
Mike's Crabs.
But we went. It was really good seafood. We were all like surprised, but it was a bit of a wait and also just kind of expensive. And one time I had 2 plates full of seafood. I come back on my third plate. I noticed that there was a little area, like a little machine that was keeping a bunch of soft pretzels warm. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to grab a pretzel. And I go and I sit down, and immediately my family's like, oh, he's got a pretzel in there. They give me so much crap for that. And then my Aunt Joanne comes back, and she has a pretzel too.
I don't get it. Pretzels. I don't.
At a seafood place for my family, that's that's hilarious to them, and also a grave sin.
Okay.
I have an East Coast family, so everybody over there is from Jersey, even though they're in North Carolina for the moment because they're all meeting up, and some people are going to be leaving soon. But yeah, it was a nice vacation, and I got back and I bought the new Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is probably one of my favorite Fire Emblem games. It's a lot better than Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates because just the quality of life stuff, the way combat works, and they got rid of the whole weapon triangle thing, which was
Really?
yes, they got rid of the weapon triangle. They got rid of a lot of kind of staples and added in new things. Like, everybody, you can assign battalions to units, and those battalions give them increases to stats, but also allow them to do maneuvers called gambits, which are big AoE effects, or sometimes even just a singular thing like, hey, I want to stop this unit from moving, or hey, I want to give this entire group of my units a buff to their movement for this turn, or hey, I want to heal like an AoE heal. And it's really, really interesting. Like the combat feels a lot more complex, and it feels just a lot more satisfying, especially visually, because everybody has full HD 3D models, and you always zoom down, and they have a battalion of units with them. Once
Yeah,
you
like
are able
you can
to,
actually see all the troops that supposedly leading, but they never actually showed you in the older
because
games.
you're teaching at the officers' academy,
Yeah.
so it would make sense. These are all officers.
Yeah, this is some Dynasty Warriors shit that, you know, is it was all implied to be happening in the older games, but you never saw it. But in this one, they actually decided to show it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Because like it's like, oh, you're this character fires an arrow, all the units behind them fire an arrow as well towards the other enemy. It's like, yeah, that's visually more striking.
Yeah.
Uh, they do a lot that's new with this game. They get away from um the quote unquote waifu-ness of Awakening and Fates.
That's a shame.
I mean, they're still waifus. You can still S rank them like near the end of the game, but it's not a case where, oh hey, your kid has come from the future to join you in battle.
Oh well, that'd be weird if they did that again anyway. That was a very
It's,
one-off thing. You can't do that twice.
there's
That'd
a
be
lot
stupid.
of top support ranks which are very platonic, and then characters have paired endings. So yeah, there's a lot of platonic and healthy relationships, which is nice. Also, as the trailers have shown, there is a time skip in the game, and this game does a lot of interesting things story wise. The time skip, you can't like S rank any students until far, far, far end of the game when they're at least when they're 5 years older, and okay, that's much better.
Hmm.
Because at base they're all like 18, 19, some are 20, but then they end up being in their mid to late 20s. It's like that's a lot more okay.
Yeah, I can see the is Fire Emblem encouraging sexual predators think pieces now if they had decided to go in another direction with it, and nobody wants that.
Yeah,
Fucking clickbait pieces of shit.
but there is a 5 year time skip, in which every student gets a new design, which is really nice. Um, and yeah, it feels like, for lack of a better descriptor, it feels a lot like Persona.
That's a very
Um,
strange call out. Is what that is.
because what I mean is, in terms of how the game works, because you have months that you go through, and every month you have a set of free days which you can use to either go to a seminar to raise your skills, explore around the monastery, and interact with your students and do various activities like fishing and gardening, or you could go and lead your students into battles to get extra experience or do quests and such. Or you can rest. But why would you ever rest? Other than to raise the durability on a certain weapon that you get later on.
And recover from allergies.
But yeah, and obviously students have birthdays that you go across on the calendar, and then you can, just buy them flowers or something, and that raises support. Uh, yeah, it's a very different Fire Emblem game, but I like what they do with it, and it really goes places once you hit that time skip. But even before then, it's just fun to play. It's like Persona, but without it needing to be as strict of a here, do this on this day. It's very lenient. So I highly recommend the game if you haven't gotten it yet. Because yeah, this one's a good one. I like it a lot more than the last two Fire Emblem games.
Last
Last
two?
three, yeah, last three, which were um, Echoes, Fates, and Awakening. I like it better than all of those.
It's actually a ringing endorsement because Awakening is the one that people go like, "Hey, this is the really, 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 really good one," and such.
Because like Echoes has extremely dated map design, and it's just is a pain to play. But they have an interesting thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, they did steal a mechanic from Echoes, which is you have charges of this thing called the Divine Pulse, which means if you make a mistake, you can rewind like 3 times to correct the mistake so you don't lose a unit, which is very good in classic mode. Because sometimes there are things you can't quite account for until it's too late. So this is like you have a mistake allowance here.
Screw that.
You don't have to use it if you don't want to. But it's really nice because there's some things where it's like, I don't want to redo this entire map. Because it's been going on for a while. Which I'm used to resetting over and over again. So Awakening is like, it's a good game, but it doesn't really... I'm having more fun with this than I had with Awakening. I could see myself playing this multiple times. I tried to play Awakening a second time, and it was painful. So, especially because you choose a house, right? So obviously there's 3 houses, and each house has its own story, with its own unique story elements to it.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like 3 games at once. There's an additional 4th route as well, which I did accidentally, and so far it's my favorite. Also, there's a character called Death Knight, and he just like sits on a horse with a death mask on his helmet, and he's just like, he's so intimidating. It's like, come close to me and I'll kill you. It's like, thank you. I just want to beat you though and get that item off you. And then he murders you. The only complaint I have with the game is that I'm playing on normal mode and it feels too easy. But that's probably because I grinded a bit early on, because there was no activity cost for certain battle maps, because normally you have a amount of, like, you can only do 1 battle map or 2 if your rank is high enough. And yeah, I grinded a little bit early on, and I'm seeing the results, and I might be a little bit too powerful. Also, I got really good stat growths on my characters, so
I mean,
helps.
There's usually a way to, there's usually like costs for, trying to grind and such things, but they usually give you an option, like not a particularly significant option, but an option to do some grinding that's slow and laborious, but it will get you out of a rut if you get stuck.
Yeah, I did the grinding because some units were very low in level, and as a result, there's a bit of a disparity there. But I'm also an experienced Fire Emblem player, so I could probably... Hard mode is probably what I want to do next time I play through the game, because that's probably more up my alley. Because I'm used to playing a Fire Emblem game and getting punched in the face really hard. But now I'm punching everything else in the face really hard.
Oh, did they add like a monk class or something?
Yes, there's a monk class.
Huh.
There is, there's brawlers is now, like, brawling is a skill you can raise, because there's no weapon triangle, so obviously they can just do stuff like that. Also, certain units learn certain spells, so there's always value in having multiple caster units, because they'll know different spells. Yeah, there's just a lot of really good quality of life stuff and like mechanics and stuff, so I highly recommend it. Sorry for me talking about Fire Emblem for forever.
Oh, it's fine.
Aside from Fire Emblem, I tried really hard in Fake Go to get Swimsuit Saber, and I failed.
Yeah, you. Do I want to ask for numbers?
Don't.
Okay.
I spent money. I said I wouldn't, and I did. And so now I've disabled in-app transactions on my phone
Good for you.
because I don't want to spend more money. But gosh darn it, now there's another Swimsuit Saber, and it's Saber Alter. Casey, help!
I can't help you. I'm quite possibly in deeper than you are.
Bless you.
Ow.
But yeah. So that was that's been my week for the most part. I can't think of anything else that necessarily stands out other than my uncle came to visit. But yeah.
Can't you? How are you doing?
Oh, other than the wrestling thing, which we talked about already. Let's see. Oh, I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this weekend.
What was that?
It's a movie, Tarantino film,
Oh.
and it was fun. I liked it. Had
I saw
Leonardo
trailers
DiCaprio.
for that.
Yeah.
It seemed like a, correct me if I'm wrong, like a self-indulgent Hollywood movie.
No, really. When you say self-indulgent, what do you think it is?
I'm thinking they're making this because it's Hollywood and Hollywood is great, and let us get our award.
Fuck no.
Hollywood.
Fuck
Okay.
no.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely not.
All right. That's all I needed to hear.
I mean, it's not
Yes.
all you needed to hear. Like, tell us more. I don't actually know what this is about.
Okay, well, very important plot point is it's centered around the Manson murder. So yeah, that's a big plot point in the movie. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt playing a washed-up old Cowboys TV star from the 50s and his stunt double. And that's just gold.
That sounds like a friendship for the ages.
It actually is. It's really fun. Let's see what else is there. Oh, it's just it's a lot of it is centered around the Manson murder, but those things don't really cross until like halfway through the movie, and then they don't cross again until the end of the movie, and it's really about Leonardo DiCaprio trying to get like he's trying to find, because like I said, he's washed up, so but he's still active, so he's got to try and find work and stuff, and it's just fun.
Cool.
It's fun trying to see a washed up actor get work. Is that how it goes? When your show gets canceled, no one else wants to hire you? Is this what life is like? That's pretty neat. Yeah, I recommend it. I can't really say much more, giving away some good stuff, but I'd watch it. I would recommend it. It's not a recommendation because it doesn't count, but I would recommend it. Let's see. While Casey scrambles for tissues, what else do I got? Oh yeah. In a recent review I got in a story, made me really think about myself and what I like in media, or things like anime and stuff.
Cool.
I find that I am very, very drawn towards series with very expansive casts, shall you say.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for side characters.
Mm-hmm.
I like side characters a lot.
Well, side characters used well just means you get more story. Well, more stories, plural. There are only so many stories you can tell with a single small cast. Whereas if you've got a bunch of characters, then they've all got their own things going on. There's variety in that.
but it's to the point where in some cases I like side characters more than I like the main character. Like a lot.
Well, that's very much an anime thing. The main character tends to be pretty bland.
Why is it gotta be that way, man?
Because they need to be appealing in a broad sense.
Also, they're the window the audience has to the story.
There you guys go. Just knocking down my beliefs and such.
Really, just kind of explaining them is what we're doing. Oh my god, yes, tissues. Oh, yes.
Well, I'm glad that fight is over.
My nose has been running for the past 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross.
All right, well, let's see what else happened. Oh, yeah. In Grand Theft Auto 5's multiplayer, they opened a casino.
Yeah, like a bunch of countries can't use it. It's just like, hey, which I love because it's like constantly bombarding like YouTube and everything with ads for like, hey, check out this new casino and all this stuff that's in it. And people go there and they're like, oh, you can't do this. Why? You just can't. Didn't tell anyone. There's no warning like, hey, your country says this is really bad, so we can't let you into this. It's just like, no, fuck you. You can't do it.
But it still exists in the world.
Yep.
Okay, that's fucked up. You want to know why? Because when you enter the game for the first time after the update came for the casino, it makes you watch a cutscene about the casino and then puts you in front of the casino.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do all that shit and you can't go in?
Yep, pretty much.
Great. That's just good. That's just good life comedy right there. Well, anyway, yeah, there's a casino now, and I don't know how much money I'm going to actually, or in-game money, I should say, I'm going to actually dedicate to it because you can't win in there.
I mean, it's a casino. That's usually how they work.
Yeah, but in San Andreas, you could win. Here, you can't win. I got on the blackjack tables in this casino, and I was getting good stuff. Like, I was getting 20s. Like, for 5 straight turns, I got 20s, and I got beat every time. It was ridiculous. Real life doesn't have probability like that. So, yeah, after I lost all the money they gave me for my first time going to casino, I was like, okay, it's enough of this shit. Thanks. So I'm not sure how well it's actually going to do for them. But hey, it's more to the world, I guess. I'm still not buying any shark cards, Rockstar. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the right goal.
I'm never going to do that. I've never done that, never going to do it. I don't buy VC and 2K games. I don't buy shark cards. I don't buy whatever the fuck Red Dead's is. I haven't even checked because I don't care.
They really should have called them whale cards. If they really want to pretend they're still doing satire, they should have just called them whale cards. No, like the little ones could be dolphin cards, and then the big ones that are like $100 or whatever, they're whale cards. Yeah.
It's just different forms of shark. Let's see what else I got besides that. Nothing else I can. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Hobbs and Shaw this weekend on Friday, actually.
I'm gonna be seeing that as well. Looking forward to whatever the heck this turns out to be.
I don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah, I thought as much. I can remember you saying something about you hating just the entire concept of this film.
No, I hate all the Fast and Furious movies now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't care. My parents are taking me, and it's free, so why not?
It's not free,
Wait,
but it's
Ken,
spending time with friends. What?
you hate all of the Fast and Furious movies? What about Fast 7, where it was all about Paul Walker and how he was such a great dude and stuff, and it's a tribute to him and everything? How could you hate that one, Kenji?
I hate it. I hate it. The only thing could have saved that. No, I just watched it because at this point, it's an obligation to watch them all until it stops.
Mm.
But the only thing that could have saved that is they had the balls to kill off Paul Walker's character in that movie.
I mean, he died.
I know that.
Like, you don't usually have much choice about the matter, and usually if an actor dies, then you kill off the character as well. It's kind of a Hollywood tradition to do that sort of thing.
But they didn't kill off his character. They gave him the happy send-off.
What?
Brian from Fast and Furious didn't die. He got to spend... He retired.
But... tradition. You kill off the character. That's how it works.
They didn't kill him off. They teased him like a bunch of times.
Don't worry, he'll come back after getting surgery and he'll look a bit different, but don't worry, it's the same character.
They teased killing him a bunch of times. Didn't do it. So like, you motherfuckers, you blue-balled me all movie. And then you fucking put the send-off to that Wiz Khalifa song. I was like, fuck you, Fast and Furious.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
You see, if you know they use that song, then how do you know they didn't kill Paul Walker in that movie?
Because I watched a review of the song. That's why.
But yeah, fuck those movies. I used to like them, and then around the time Tokyo Drift came out, I was like, why am I watching this?
I'm watching it because my family is taking me and I get free popcorn.
You bullshit. You enjoy these movies.
I enjoy them on a stupid level where I can turn my brain off, yes.
It's kind of the point of the series.
But I can't. I can't do that.
Critic brain.
I don't know.
I
don't know why, but hey, look, I've seen enough stupidity in my life where I'm just like, this is stupid. Let me enjoy explosion.
That car went through a building. Fuck yeah. Alright, I'm down.
Why is this not about street racing ananymore? This hasn't been about street racing in 15 years.
I don't even care. There's The Rock, and he's pretty funny.
I like The Rock. I like Dwayne.
Yeah, I like The Rock.
Yeah, I do too. He's really good at being The Rock, not much at acting.
Yeah.
Well.
My brother mentioned the same thing the other day. I'm like, the Rock in every movie is just The Rock. And I'm like, yeah, that's accurate.
I mean, there are actors that don't want to be typecast, and that's fine. But if you can do one thing, and you do it really well, then fucking do the thing.
Every character he plays is just him.
Yeah.
Batista actually tries to act.
I like Batista a lot.
He's a different character in every movie.
I need to see Stuber for real because, gosh darn it, I like Batista so much.
I enjoyed that movie. I don't know if you'll enjoy it, but I enjoyed that movie.
I have heard only good things. Like, quite literally. Only good things.
Like,
why is Gamora?
The last 15 minutes of that movie, the start of the start of the climactic scene was hilarious. I can't say more if you're gonna watch it. I want to so bad though. I want to just drop a reference. Never mind. We're gonna leave it there.
Kenji, I hate you. I've got that fucking song stuck in my head now.
I didn't tell you to think about it. I didn't say a single lyric of that song. You thought about it all on your own.
Yeah. I still blame you, though. That's how that works.
Whatever.
You've known me long enough. You know how this works.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, I forgot the most important thing I did this week. We did the fucking Mario Let's Play and finished it.
Yay! I kind of dropped the ball on that one a little bit. I was not. It's hot. It's really bad for me. It makes it really hard to be entertaining. But
and then you spent the entire second half of that of that recording just telling me how much I suck.
I appreciate you calling it a taping. It sounds professional. But yes, I did shit talk you for the entire thing. It was great. In fairness, you was shit.
You shit talked me on the extra hard levels.
Yeah. Spent like an hour on tubing or whatever it is.
Tubular? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, totally tubular. I love that level.
Fucking
no, you
balloons
don't.
and shit.
No one loves that level.
I love that level. I love it because of its name, and I hate it.
Hey.
And then what was the other one with the fire things in the forest?
Hey, Kenji.
What?
You remember when I had to look up a guide for you for tubular?
You didn't have to look up anything. You did it on your own to get me out of there faster.
I think after an hour, I think it's fair to say I had to. Yeah.
It wasn't an hour. It was more like 20 minutes.
But yeah,
Let's see. Each time we went through that level, it had to be 30 seconds to 60 seconds for me to die. So I'd say I died like plus me going back to get power ups to not die. So I'll say I died like 18 times. So I'd say that's like 30 minutes. On just two. That's going to be its own episode. Probably.
Yeah, it is.
When are you guys releasing this?
As soon as I'm done editing them.
Yeah.
Which should be next week. It's when the first one will come out, back when Casey was spirited in doing his racist Italian caricatures. Which I
tried. I ran out of material.
Which I don't think really started until the second episode in earnest.
I'm very interested in watching this.
Why is Bowser Italian?
I don't know. Because Mario's Italian.
Well, that's all I got.
I feel like if Bowser was another ethnicity, then it just kind of turned the whole thing into a race war, and that would be really uncomfortable. So,
well, he does come from a different country. His hair is red. He did kidnap the princess as a political prisoner, and also because he loves her.
That's not what he. Yeah, Casey kind of went to places that.
Yeah.
Play.
I'm concerned.
You should.
I'm very concerned.
Things got weird in the dialogue in this Let's Play.
I think it was around the point where I noted that the spiky fucking things were designed based off of Bowser's junk, and yeah, it kind of just evolved from there.
That was a special 90 seconds of dialogue.
I feel very concerned.
Patient, don't transcribe these when they come out.
Yeah, I agree with Keji. Like, just in general, it would be bad.
Yeah.
Also, I called that I was going to lose on Saturday during the Let's Play.
Yeah, but one, I don't know whether they actually told you that.
They did not.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen until I get there.
I hate my life.
Well, we can move along. I'm done.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. Like, obviously, the recording wouldn't come out until well after anyway, so who cares?
Yay.
So nothing else catchy?
Nope. Pretty much it.
Cool.
Updated some stuff. That's it. Great Clan days. And that's all.
Yay. I updated the Skyrim thing for the first time in like 4 months, I think. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. And I'm also cross-posting it onto QQ, and I'm probably going to add a scene that I felt required to skip in the fanfiction version, because that site has problems with sex. And then apparently even a fade to black on that scene was too much for certain people. So, fuck them, basically. That's where I stand on that. Yeah, so that's been going okay. I've been editing the old chapters, fixing stuff as I go with that. What else have I done? Not overly much. Or maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't actually know because I can't think because my brain's fucking mush.
Life is pain.
Ugh. Ugh.
Sounds great.
So yeah, if my immune system could stop throwing a shit fit and just go back to being normal, because it's just fucking pollen. God damn it, leave it alone. Like, I'm just thinking about that Cells at Work episode where it's just fucking pollen and it's just big blobby dudes just trying to find a mate and it can't because it's looking for love in all the wrong places. And they fucking murder the shit out of it and then decide doomsday is coming and they need to prepare for the rapture. And that's why your immune system gets thrown into fucking disarray and... Sorry, I got...
I got like 30% of that and then you lost me.
Yeah. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. But not really, because you were really an asshole to me on Thursday.
You, like, legit, you say that like that's new at all?
It's not.
Oh, I did find something. It was shit. What was it called? Streets of Rogue. It's a cute little game on Steam. Might be on Switch as well, probably because it's people like it and people put things on Steam that people like. Generally speaking. Basically, top-down roguelike game, kind of like Hotline Miami in gameplay style. And there are like 30 different characters that you can play as, and each of them have their own goals on the levels as you go through. But all the levels are randomly generated, so it's like a completely different experience depending on which character you pick. Like, there is the gorilla that can't talk to people but can punch things really fucking hard. And his goal on a level is to rescue all of the gorillas from scientists. Or there is the vampire that can talk to people, but is generally not liked by shopkeepers, and they will just not really serve you and just tell you to fuck off. And they can... they can't heal from eating food, which is the usual way of healing, but they can just sneak up on people from behind and bite them to get health back. And their job on levels was... Fuck, what was the vampires thing that they had to do? It was... I don't remember. It has... There's like a couple of different gang factions called the Blods and the Crepes, because we're apparently still doing riffs based on the Bloods and the Crips from the 90s, because that's apparently what we do now, still. And if you pick one side, then your job on every level is to kill everyone from the other side. So every character gets their own little mini quests that they have to do on every stage, and it's got like all the trappings and hallmarks of like Hotline Miami. Like, you can there's a bunch of different things that you can do to get into a level and just kill the crap out of everyone. Like, you can just go in guns blazing and probably die really quickly, or you can try and sneak in through a side window or something, and you'll take damage from going through a broken window, but it means you can get in undetected and start beating the crap out of it. It's actually... thinking is hard, but it's surprisingly good for like just 10-15 minutes of just, hey, I got the spare moment, so fuck it, I'll just play around and die very quickly because I suck, kind of thing. So that's been a thing that I've been doing on occasion when I have energy and health. to do things. Yeah. I'm sure there's something else.
I don't know, dude. It's your life. I'm just living around it.
Kenshi's match was cool. Yay.
Lost my goddamn belt. Oh, my belt back.
Hey guys, it's okay. We at least by having them redesign Sonic, we will never see the fallen Sonic merch.
What?
Because they redesigned Sonic, we're not going to see the merch they were going to make of the old Sonic from the Sonic movie. The disgusting one.
Oddly enough, that actually looks not terrible like
I
that.
was about to say, like, these
It
don't
doesn't
look as
actually
bad as
look
the
that
actual.
bad, but you know what? That's okay.
They don't look as bad as the actual character in the movie did.
Yeah, in film it looked like a nightmare.
Like,
Probably
that's some-
because they decided to make it way more fucking detailed in the film, and it looked wrong.
Like that motherfucker in the trailer for the movie looked like he was straight out of fucking Five Nights at Freddy's or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
I wish that they would have taken Lion King back and redesigned it.
What, and have them not be actual lions?
Actually, I would have rather them just take Lion King back and not release it.
Yeah, that too.
If you're gonna do lions, at least make it stylized or something. Why make it real life lions that emote less than real life lions?
Why'd they remake the movie at all?
I know, which is why I said take it back. Stop this.
Father! Stone-faced.
Scar just slaps Mufasa instead of like,
Digging his claws in and letting
Yeah.
him go. Yeah.
because that at least looks like he's trying to help him, but like up close you can see he's digging his claws in, rather than actually trying to grab his paws. So like, there's an element of, yeah, no, you can buy how people might be fooled by him, versus you literally just yelled and then slapped him. So it's pretty obvious what you're doing.
You killed
Ugh.
your father, Simba. No, you, what? He fell and you. No, you killed your father. But you, with the claw and it. You okay?
It's, gosh, makes me sad.
Well, you went to watch it.
I didn't.
You
I only
didn't?
saw a clip. I have not gone to see it.
Good man.
I saw that clip. I was like, I'm not going to see that movie.
Don't go see these fucking remakes.
I refuse to.
Speaking of remakes, I'm probably gonna go see Blade when it comes out.
Hey,
That's
me too.
technically not a remake. That's a reboot. But yes.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the Marvel stuff.
Did we not? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, Natalie Portman, you suck.
So Natalie Portman, after not being in any movies past Thor 2, is coming back
Because
in,
she literally said, fuck Marvel, I'm done with them. Well, not literally.
is
but
coming
I'm
back
paraphrasing.
in Thor: Love and Thunder. She'll be in there with Valkyrie and Thor, but she's gonna get the power of Thor.
For reasons.
And also Taika Waititi is directing it. So
Which should make me more enthused about it because he did a really good job with Ragnarok, but I feel like he's being served shit this one, so
Yeah, this isn't gonna work out for him, I don't think.
I I think he might be able to do something with this, but I don't know.
he could do something with it, but it feels like it'll be publishing a turd is the problem.
Mm. Then there's Blade. Blade is coming back, but this time in the MCU.
Man, Marshalla Ali.
I'm
right with that.
I'm down for more Blade.
Yeah, and so now he can actively complain to the Avengers that there's so many vampires.
And they got Cottonmouth from goddamn Luke Cage to be goddamn Blade. Yes, children.
That's pretty cool. I really liked him as Cottonmouth. That's really cool.
Black Panther 2, obviously. It's happening.
Alrighty.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Not
we got
for a
James
while.
Gunn on it. Yeah,
Coming.
It's been pushed back a bit, so it's not going to come out until James Gunn finishes Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad, the remake of the movie that came out a few years ago.
Because that's a priority, yeah.
For DC, it is.
Well, they shouldn't have really, fired James Gunn.
Hey, you guys fired me, so you can fucking wait for me to finish the film I'm working on for your direct competitor, you motherfuckers.
I'm not mad at him for that.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep, down for that. I don't know what it's about, but I'm down for more Doctor Strange.
It's being kind of like the director has described it as the first quote-unquote scary MCU film.
This is going to be another Doctor Strange movie where I should probably take drugs before I go see it to enjoy it better.
It ties into actually the Disney Plus show that they announced, which is WandaVision.
I don't know anyone that cares about either of those characters, so
Which WandaVision seems like it might be happening in like 50s-ish, back in time. I don't know. It's weird. They're both pretty gone, so meh.
She was 18 in Avengers 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Don't know a goddamn thing about it, but sure.
Mandarin.
He's better Iron Fist.
Mandarin.
Yeah, real Mandarin.
They back when Iron Man 3 came out, they outright said that's not the real Mandarin. There was a quick little short film they did that addressed the fact that there is like a real organization called the Ten Rings, run by the real Mandarin.
Who actually is a martial artist and has powers and steeped in Chinese mythology and whatnot. It's cool. It's really good. Also, Shang-Chi is cool.
So Shang-Chi's fighting the real Mandarin, and I'm really interested in that.
Probably a better idea to have a actual Chinese person fight the Chinese caricature than the billionaire white industrialist. It's probably
sends a better message.
Probably a safer play, yes.
There's the Eternals.
Don't even know or care. That's a thing I'm saying unfortunately often for this, but yeah, a lot of this stuff I don't actually
Nobody cared about Guardians of the Galaxies at first, so it's got that weirdo kind of like maybe it'll be really good to me.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, they said there's a character named Rocket Raccoon and he's just an asshole, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm down. Like, maybe I should look up such details for the Eternals and WandaVision and see where that takes me, but I don't know.
Black Widow movie coming out next year.
At the worst possible time, yes.
Yes. It chronicles her time as the spy before the Avengers, so it's a backstory movie.
Which makes sense. If she was still alive. I mean, spoiler time's up. She's dead.
I don't care what happened in Budapest anymore.
So...
I want to die. Anyway, continue.
There was what was it? It was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the TV show.
Oh, was that a TV show? I thought that was a film.
I believe that's a TV show. I might be wrong, but
I'm pretty sure it's a movie. I don't know.
I know Hawkeye is a TV show, and so is Loki.
Yeah. Why couldn't Falcon deserves his own fucking marquee, motherfucker. He doesn't need to share top billing.
He kind of does. Be honest.
Everyone loves Falcon.
Yeah, they
Falcon,
do, but he doesn't
Falcon and Winter
have.
Soldier is the TV show on Disney Plus. But yeah, Hawkeye show, Loki show, WandaVision. This is kind of the weird transitional period, I feel.
Yeah, and
Because
they're
after
trying to
like
do. They've run. I've seen this said they've run out of good material. Like a lot of the stuff that they've done for the MCU so far has been adapting all the really popular comic storylines, and now they're left with Lady Thor, etc.
my mindset is this, like phase 4, which is what this is building up for phase 5, which is where, hey, guess what? We got like the X-Men back, and we got the Fantastic Four back, and we got all these big properties back, and that's when you're going to introduce them, is the next phase.
Here's the thing. I think Disney wasted their money on that acquisition. Because the Fantastic Four, I never thought they were good. And the films that they have tried to make over the past 20 years have not changed my mind on that.
I didn't like the cartoon when I was a kid.
I didn't even know there was a cartoon.
There you go.
There's
And
also
then-
something else I forgot to mention. One more movie. What If?
Oh yeah, Marvel What If, where
I think it's a movie or a show. I think it's a movie.
it's a film. I think it's the Captain Marvel entry in this phase, or something like that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it is. I think it's on. I think it's TV. It might be a TV series. It would make sense as a TV series because it would be focusing on all the various kind of weird spin-off comics and everything, like Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, but you're not going to get the casts though for it. I don't know. I don't know.
It is, from what I'm seeing, a lot of familiar Marvel names will be reprising their superhero roles. Yes, it's going to have a lot of the main cast in What If. Like, we're getting even Josh Brolin as Thanos, for example. Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Natalie Portman, Taika Waititi as Korg.
Well, every film should have Korg.
Yes. I believe it's a Disney Plus series that focuses on all the various weird spin-offs and hypotheticals, which I always find interesting.
I don't know, man. Like, tentpoles. What are the tentpole releases for this? There's Thor 4-ish. There's Black Panther. Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange, Guardians.
That was very affected hesitation there. Is that a tentpole? Not really. People liked it, but it wasn't like, oh my god, wow, kind of thing.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's come and gone.
Yeah, but that's tentpole thing.
It is, and it's what kicked it off, but there's nothing to follow it up with. It's all weird, not very good stuff. Well, Black Panther might be good. I don't know. They're dipping into the same well again, and I hope they pull it off and it doesn't seem to. There is a very real chance that particular character starts getting exploitative after a while, but I don't know. I don't think there's much here in what they've shown.
I think that they're trying to build more tent poles, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think there's going to be a big crossover movie
Yeah,
for
this
a
is
long, long
building
time.
things up rather than because we just had the big Infinity War.
Yeah, but here's the thing. One of the things that I would have expected them to have as a big tentpole, hey, we're going to make this thing now, would have been Falcon or Winter Soldier or both. But they're making it a TV show.
Yeah, which is odd. Like they refused to give Falcon a movie.
They're making a film for a character that is already dead. They're making a film for something that people really don't I don't know.
They're making a film for the character that's dead that is also arguably the least effective character the original Avengers cast.
I'm still stuck on Lady Thor. Who asked for Lady Thor?
Well, Disney did, obviously, because Disney's all about that diversity. Don't you understand?
No, they're not. They waited to make a Black Widow film after she died.
Don't you know? Here at Disney, we're all about diversity.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
what they always say in every interview.
Yeah, they're not. There's not a lot to hang on to in this lineup. Most of the stuff that I'm most interested in is fucking TV shows, not films.
I'm gonna need to see some trailers.
Yeah.
Personally, seeing trailers that are good is gonna get me a lot more interested. But I do want to see Shang-Chi. I find that interesting a lot because
yeah, okay,
man,
that's a good shout. If that lands, that could land well.
Yeah,
that's not actually a thing that says anything, is what I just said. But yeah, if they pull that off, that could become one of the tentpoles I was talking about. Of just okay, let's hit the ground running with this kind of thing.
mm-hmm.
But remains to be seen, and I look forward to the Love and Thunder trailer where Natalie Portman is a superhero with a face like a smack toss because she doesn't want to be there. That's going to be great fun. I look forward to it.
So, we got a few. So here's the upcoming superhero / comic movies coming out. You ready? We got Joker, October 4th.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
Birds of Prey.
Maybe.
February 7th, 2020. The New Mutants, April 3rd.
It's actually coming out.
Yes.
What's that about again?
I'm not gonna watch that anymore. I was gonna watch it when the first one coming out. It's been in development hell, so you know that it ain't gonna be good.
Black Widow, May 1st.
Wait.
2020.
So it's most of a year before we're getting another Marvel film?
Yeah.
Huh. They're not really capitalizing on the whole Spider-Man Far From Home thing, are they?
Nope. Wonder Woman 1984, June 5th, 2020. And then July 10th, that's probably when Morbius is coming out.
Yes.
And there's an untitled Sony or Marvel sequel, October 2nd, 2020, which is probably Venom 2. Then The Eternals comes out November 6th, 2020. So next year, we only have Black Widow and The Eternals.
For
the
Marvel.
year after that has Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, and The Batman
All right, 2021. Let's go.
Okay.
and the
Twilight
Suicide
Batman. Let's
Squad
go. Twilight
can't-
Batman. Let's do this.
and Thor: Love and Thunder.
I can't blame them too much for taking a break after Endgame, which is essentially what they've done. They filmed Endgame and Far From Home basically concurrently, which obviously they kind of had to. They came very close to each other. So I can see why, after one of the most ambitious projects in film history, maybe you take a step back and decompress after that for a little bit. But you know, if they were that adamant in having Spider-Man come right after Endgame, then they really needed something to follow that up as well.
Yeah,
But
here's the thing. Keep in mind, everyone, that shit was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Just 3 months ago.
yeah, like I say, they were filmed at the same time because they came out 2 months apart.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
you could have released Endgame and sat on Spider-Man for 6 months.
Yeah.
There was no reason to have it so quickly.
So one thing I do want to...
I can see. I'm sorry. I can see. I can see the logic of having it follow right on top of it, because after Endgame, people are going to think, "Oh, okay, that's cool. That's finished." So you want to get on that immediately to be like, "No, it's not finished." When like Zero said it after he saw Far From Home, like, "Okay, Phase 4. Let's see where this goes. I'm down." Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of needed that, because if they sat on it for 6 months, it'd be like, okay, everyone's kind of moved on already. They're going to look to other things. Like, it's the momentum that's been keeping this going. But again, the momentum's going now because they're not releasing a film for almost a year. Sorry, you were going to say something, Zero.
I was gonna say, Doctor Strange is also featuring Scarlet Witch in it.
Yep.
Which that's an interesting combo.
So this movie's definitely gonna be a mind fuck, because Scarlet Witch is all about mind fuckery. In actual comics, she's not all there.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna say it's an unexpected combo, because I don't expect to see Scarlet Witch in anything because no one really likes her. She's not an interesting character. But based on that fact that, conceptually they mesh quite well.
This will work for her. And to be fair, her entire character makeup has been an attachment to someone else since she's been introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this can help.
This will help. There's also the series WandaVision, which I don't know about, but we'll see. It's probably gonna be trippy. But I'm really excited about the Joker movie on October 4th.
Oh,
with,
God,
Phoenix.
what a change of circumstance that of all the super films coming out, it's a DC property that we're looking forward to most.
DC has 2 movies coming out, and then that one New Mutants movie comes out before Black Widow. So DC has...
I still don't know what New Mutants is. No one's telling me.
All right.
You want to do it, or should I?
You can.
Okay. New Mutants are basically an offshoot of the X-Men.
But DC.
This case, no. This is still Marvel.
I thought you said okay.
This is not a DC thing. Isn't this a Sony thing?
This is a Fox thing.
Fox thing. Yes.
It's like the last Fox thing.
Yeah, because they still have X-Men rights. I don't even know why they're making this. New Mutants are basically
an offshoot. Pushed back from 2019.
In comics, they're supposed to be basically next generation X-Men. Here, they're just a bunch of mutant kids with very unstable powers that are in the school /asylum / whatever the fuck it is, because their stuff is dangerous.
to read some of the description, the story will also ditch traditional superhero costumes and supervillains in favor of telling a story about these young mutants locked up together in some facility, mirroring a horror haunted
Yeah,
house
it's kind
vibe.
of a horror thing.
It was originally supposed to come out in 2018, but was pushed back all the way to 2020 because Fox said it wasn't scary enough.
Okay, so they're trying to do a genre bending kind of thing. Alright.
Yes. It's like they're trying to genre bend because of, stuff like Deadpool and Logan kind of genre bends. They're going to try to genre bend into horror, which I feel like Doctor Strange is also doing. Horror seems to be the way people might be taking a lot of these comic book movies, which, hey, that's perfectly fine.
I think it's ending, my dudes.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a very long. It's going to sputter out for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it ran out of gas. It ran out of gas, but the car is coasting downhill.
Yeah. Media have been talking about fucking, what's the term? Burnout? That was it, yeah. Audience burnout on the superhero genre since Avengers 1. And it's gotten to the point where, yeah, I'm kind of starting to agree.
The bubble may have burst, but
yeah.
If it burst, goddamn, what a time for it to burst. They pulled up the biggest part. They pulled up the biggest, baddest thing they could do before it burst.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that stuff like that Joker movie, which take a very different approach to these characters, can help kind of revitalize things.
Yeah, like
Disney cannot go the way that it's been going.
Like, here's the thing about all this. The bubble may have burst, which means we're never going to get like fucking record-breaking blockbuster again out of superhero movies. But before this Marvel stuff started, superhero movies were kind of dead. At least now they'll do better than they did before all this started.
Yeah,
I think
you've forgotten how Hollywood works. After Endgame, that completely smashed through every record. They're going to see, Avengers 4, or whatever it ends up being called, 5 actually technically, earns half as much, which is still an incredible amount of money. But that will be Hollywood seeing the writing on the wall. Okay, superhero films are dead. Cancel it. And they won't make another one for 30 years.
I mean, look at Disney. They're driving Star Wars down your throats as hard as they can. If that's what they do. And I think that DC has found, like, this weird sort of place where it's like, hey, Justice League really sucked. So I think if they do a bunch of weirdo stuff, they can probably keep doing movies like this. At the very least, if Sony does the really, really weird stuff like Venom, they'll still stick around. But I think Disney is the one that's going to be most likely to abandon it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
God, I can just imagine when this implodes on Disney, which it will. It's not a question of if. Like, this bubble will burst. If it's not today and we're wrong, fine, but it will. I can't imagine the amount of money they're going to lose, because they're not going to see it coming.
No, they're going to invest more and more and more, expecting more
They're going to
back.
spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a film property. It's going to bomb, and they're going to lose all that money.
It's okay. They have infinite money anyways. That's the sad truth.
Yeah.
At the very least, one day there will be a Deadpool 3.
Oh shit, I still have bacon.
Kenshi always looking at the silver lining. You know what?
Kitchen right now.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Superheroes might be on the way out, but we still have bacon.
We still have bacon.
I still have bacon. I don't know what you two losers have.
I have bacon.
I've got cocktail sausages and fucking. I have watermelon in the fridge. Actually, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Anyways, do we have anything else
Nah, I don't think so.
to discuss?
Not really.
Okay. Want to do recommendations?
Anyone got anything?
No.
I was going to recommend a podcast or two. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I have been listening to a podcast called Noble Blood. Did I mention that?
Sounds familiar.
Noble Blood is about a lot of the kings and queens of like history. For example, there's an episode on Marie Antoinette, and another one on King Charles. It was either the first or the second. I think it was the second. But there's it's very informative and it's very interesting. I really like the storytelling. So if you're just doing something, you want to get a bit of history and a bit of insight into like kind of more from the perspective of these past rulers, highly recommend it. It's just, I've been listening to a lot of history stuff because it's really interesting, and
Yeah.
I will link it. But yeah, that's what I have to recommend this week. Also, play Three Houses. It's really good.
What was that? Sorry, the last bit.
What?
The last thing you said.
Play Three Houses. It's really good.
Oh, Three Houses, right?
There you go.
That was the podcast. Oh, yay, it's over. I mean, I love you, but good God, do I need to lie down. Fucking Christ. It's hitting me like
So
a
do
truck.
I do too.
You guys go rest your tired old bodies. I'm gonna go do something else, like play video games and watch anime, like a real boy.
Yay. Bye,
You are a
everybody.
boy.
Discord
And
in the
we're
description.
men.
Patreon in the description. We'd appreciate it. Maybe I could buy some fucking allergen
Sudafed.
yeah, stuff. And thanks.
Children's NyQuil.
Yeah, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.